Hi guys, it's Danielle, Danny Buttons, and I am here with a Project Life share. But before that, I was going to show you two layouts I recently did. Whenever I do albums, I always have trouble doing the cover page and the ending page, so a lot of my albums just don't have those, and that always makes me a little sad. So for this year, I figured out how to do my pages. This is my ending page for my 2012 album. It is a little bit glary. I don't know if it's too light. 1 second. Did that help? A little bit. Okay. This is the ending layout, my closing page. I did NYE for New Year's Eve in thickers. I glued down tons of sequins, and it's just a plain white background, and I misted it with Heidi Swapp Gold Lame and with a Ditto spray that Sam actually found in the clearance rack for like $2, and that's blue. And then I just journaled later 2012 at the bottom. So these are just 3 pictures from New Year's Eve. Sam and I just stayed at home with my daddy and my aunt. Well, she's my great aunt. And this picture in the middle is actually self-timed for, I got my new camera for Christmas, so I had a tripod and I got one of those remotes so you can like take pictures of yourself without self-timer, or I think it's technically supposed to be for long exposure shots, but I'm not that good yet, so that's what I do with it. But that is my closing page. And then for my opening page for my 2013 book, I did this layout. And this is like my favorite picture, and it's my profile picture right now on Facebook. It's me and Sam, and I did this with my remote too. And the layout just says Bring It 2013. And these are with thickers, and they're like blue and shiny. I don't know if you can tell. Both of the papers in this layout were Echo Park from the Winter Wishes collection. And I splattered some, what is this called? Mr. Huey's the white and some sequins around each of the corners. So, and then around my whole middle segment, I have this sequin trim that I got in the $1.50 bucket at Michael's, so I just glued that down. And I like this one. It's not my usual style, but it goes well for an intro page. I'm going to see if putting off one more light helps. 1 second. It's really bright. Ugh. Did that help? Maybe. Now the colors aren't as true. Like, this background paper is a nice purple, but okay. And now, I just finished my first month of Project Life. I decided to do it a little differently than the usual, but I think everyone's Project Life is something, like, it's up to them what they do, and there's no right or wrong way to do it. So, for my first page, I just stuck in the cards that came with the Becky Higgins Seafoam. And this is just where she said to put them. And I plan on not doing anything to this, but as the year goes on, like putting my favorite pictures in the front. So it'll be like review page, and then I'm going to do that for the back too. So that kind of helped me out. So this is my first spread from afar. A little bit. You can see it. And I'm going to zoom in on one side. I decided what I'm going to do is wait until the end of the month and just do the whole month at once. And instead of doing it day by day, kind of just do whatever pictures I took that I don't want to do a layout on. So it's important stuff, and it's more of the daily stuff, but I don't really think it's big enough for a layout. Or some of them I might do layouts too, but I definitely wanted to get them in here. So, January is just from the Simple Stories Snap collection. And again, there's that picture that I just used. I love that picture, so it's in everything. For this row, this is just a journal card. I have the Seafoam, obviously. This is a card from What's it called? Now I'm not remembering. Jelly Bean. It is the back of a Jelly Bean card. And I just put some white washi tape to journal on. This is another Becky Higgins. This is a Becky Higgins fold out. And these are just 2 full pictures. So, this journaling, oh, and this arrows I bought are Becky Higgins arrows. This picture, I got a Chia Pet with Christmas money. So the journaling is about life goal achieved. I've always wanted a Chia Pet. So this is my Chia Pet at different stages. Then this is a Twisted Peppermint candle from Bath & Body Works. I had wanted one for like 3 months, but they were never on sale when I wanted them to be. And Sam had bought me a bunch of candles for my birthday. So he was like, oh, you can't get any more candles. But I finally got it on like super clearance, and they're normally like $20, and it was like $4. So I finally got my candle. And then this journaling and this picture go together, and it says Dear Year, and dear means drop everything and read. And Sam and one of my best friends that I've known forever and I are having a reading competition this year. So we're counting up how many pages we read in different books, and kind of whoever reads the most pages wins. So this month I read 6 books. The first 4 Pretty Little Liars books, and then these 2 books too. So I figured that was kind of nice to put that in there, just one cluster every month to show my progress. And I used, for these 4 Pretty Little Liars books, I actually used an app on my phone, I think PicStitch. And then to put this with these, I just use Picasa, which is the free editing from Google. Then this one is actually one of those fold open Becky Higgins, so it just said January. And then on the inside I have like my bucket list for 2013. I did put some resolutions, but I also just put fun stuff that I want to do this year. And I think that that's important too when you're making resolutions, because not only do I want to be organized and like lose weight and all the normal things, but I also want to get a pet for the first time in a very long time. I really want a hedgehog, so we'll have to see how that goes. And like, I want to make more YouTube videos and things like that. So I just said bring it 2013, which is like my phrase for the year. I use my Gold Lame spray on one of these potty people, and these are just washi tapes. Honestly, I don't like how this looks, but I'm not good at small scale scrapping yet, so hopefully I'll get better as the year goes. Let me zoom back out. So the second page, I used one of the Becky Higgins design B, which is the 4 6x6, and I did that because I wanted to like just switch it up and not do the same thing over and over again. So this is me trying something different. And also for a while I kept buying 6x6 pads, and I don't really make cards, so I needed to use those up too. So I'm going to zoom in again. The first box, the background paper is from the Fact line from Joann's Basic Gray. So Fact and Fiction, it's the Fact line. And this says Getting Fit. These are just random letter stickers that I've had for years. Go hard or go home. And a few days after New Year's, my dad actually bought me an elliptical, which is super exciting. So this is Sam on the elliptical. So we put the elliptical in my old bedroom at his house, and then he bought us a TV too, so we can watch TV while we elliptical. So that's Sam on the elliptical. So it's a lot of fun, but sadly we're not there enough to get full use out of it, but it makes me excited to go home on the weekends. This page is just a lot of journaling. This was the CHA challenges on 2Ps, and I just printed a picture of what the challenges were because I did 8 out of the 10, and I did a lot of them at my cousin's house, and that is my cousin, so I just journaled about that. And I used this washi tape that I got from Paper Issues, and I super duper love this washi tape. It's great. I love it. And this background paper is also from the Fact. All 4 of the background papers are from there. So this page says Current Obsession, Boston Market, and I love their market bowls. I get a chicken market bowl, with mashed potatoes and corn. And that is my market bowl. And I love it. Like, I could eat it every day if they'd let me, but they do not. And they being Sam and my dad, they always ask me what I want to eat, and I say Boston Market every day. And they say no most of the time. But this day we went and got some. So that's Sam and his. That's me pretending to grab at Sam's, even though I would rather my market bowl. And that's just the food. And again, I put these together on Picasa. So these are just some thickers that I got in the dollar bucket a while back. And then this one, I used a Jelly Bean label, and it says documented, and I said the Daily Sam. And I used My Mind's Eye word stickers that said, "You are the most silly boy." And these are three pictures. Two of them are Sam, and this is my turtle pillow that I got, and this is my zebra blanket. So he is being silly. And then this is a picture of his basketball character on his NBA 2K13 game that he's been playing all non-stop since November, and he's getting into the Hall of Fame. So that's Flot. And yeah. Okay, next page. Zooming out. So this is the next spread from afar. Now we'll zoom in. I super love this page. I just did this now. And I really wanted to be different and like try new things and things like that. So on this page, for all four, I just used a piece of white cardstock that I cut into four. And I wanted it to be doodly, and I used my watercolors. So this first block, it's really, I don't know why the lighting's being weird, but it is. For this first block, I outlined the whole thing, and I used yellow, and I doodled New Year, new hair, and I date stamped. And this is, one day I just was like, I want to get bangs, so I cut my hair myself, made bangs. So that was all the hair cut off. That was my initial picture in the mirror. And that is what I looked like. I Instagrammed this picture. And then this one, I doodled around the edges. I did little arrows, and then I painted over them. Maybe I'll zoom even further. You see the little arrows? And then I just painted a big pink blob to do my journaling on. I think the glare is what's happening. Is that what's happening? Let me see if I tilt it up a little bit. Maybe. I just painted a big blob of pink and drew lines, and I call this Love Nest. We have a futon in our room, so sometimes when we're being silly, we just put all of our pillows and bedding and stuffed animals and everything on the futon, and then it's like overflowing, and then we just lay there and watch movies, and it's fun. So that's Sam in our little nest of pillows and blankets, and then that's the two of us. And then for the next block, it is called Exfoliating, Getting Pretty, and I used green and just painted above and below the picture, and I just did dots around the edges, and I made Sam do a face mask with me one day, so that's that. And this was when we were cracking it. You know how right before you wash it off, like once it's all hard, you kind of like smile real big and it all cracks? So that was our cracking it faces. I thought that was funny. And then this last picture is me and my cousin, and I just painted right around the picture, and I doodled hearts around the edges. Yes, so I painted purple. This is me and my cousin at the basketball game they have in my mom's name every year. So that was cute. And then the final page for January is with all these 6x6s. So I'm just gonna get right into zoom in. Okay. So this is pictures I've taken since I cut my hair in bangs, and it's my hair being all crazy. And I actually wrote on the picture in Picasa, Wild and Crazy Hair. This is just a snap card label journal card. This is what life looks like. My camera's dying, so I'm gonna have to speed up. Then I wrote on all these pictures. That one. It says best friend, and then that's pictures of food. And on this journal card, it's just from the snap line also. Oop. And I used the arrow stickers to point at the different pictures and just wrote a little bit about everything. So there's that. So I think that the 2-page spread for January is pretty good. Some months there might be more, some months there might be less, who knows, but I had fun doing it. I liked doing it all at once, or it actually took me 2 days, but I liked sitting down and having everything ready. And yeah, that's it. Thanks for watching.